Welcome folks to Clunkers and Classics. Got my little helper here. And Kitty is around somewhere. Anyway, I've been sanding this down all morning. Got the quarter panel sanded down, ready to reprime. And same with the roof. Just been blocking her down with 180 grit. And then we're going to prime it. And then we'll just need to scuff it down with 400 grit to paint it. Just like this deck lid. Last episode we did the deck lid and this quarter panel. Okay, just been fitting some parts together. Last episode we fit the taillights in there and the SS panel, Nova emblem, everything fit perfect, so no problem with aftermarket parts. Okay, I just got in the, I showed you the scoops, louvers, whatever you want to call them. Showed you them. Big heavy steel, they're like $100. But then I had to buy these bottom frames, so I bought them separate. So they just came in. They are metal too. Okay. Now I just noticed a couple of comments. A couple of people said that there's markings for the holes underneath the hood for this frame, because you got to drill 6 holes to mount it. Okay, so looked under there. Of course, I had put all this new insulation in, but there was 2 holes right here. See these 2? You can see the markings right here on this side. I haven't drilled them out. And then the other 2 are underneath this insulation. Whether there's markings under there or not, I don't know. But I think I'm going to put it, I'm not going to take the insulation out, so we're just going to put the nuts over top of that. Okay, so I'll show you this side, and then we'll drill those 2 out. That's what I did on this side. I drilled those 2 and put the panel here, and then measured it from here to here for this side, and then marked the holes, these 4. I don't even know if I had that camera pointed right. Those 2 I drilled out, and then measured it from here to here, here to here, and then drilled these 4, marked them with a marker. Okay, so that's the base of it. And then now the problem is this didn't come with the nuts for it, so I'm gonna have to buy some separate. So and there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other side, and of course, you know, I'm not mounting these on permanent, just to make sure I got the holes drilled, and then after it's painted I'll mount them on there. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other side, and you can see it won't fall off. You gotta get the 2 nuts for that, and then I'm just gonna put the nuts over top of that and those 2 there. So I'll do the same thing on this side. Okay, this main episode, I told you last episode we're gonna rebuild this carburetor. Okay, I already took off the high idle deal. I'll show you what it's doing, and we'll go over it here for a minute. Okay, the float's stuck on it. There it goes. Okay, before when I put the engine in, it did it, and I'd bang around on the edge of the, bang around here to unstick the float. I'm sure you've heard of sticking floats, and if you're not sure what it is, it's a little float right inside here, and it fluctuates. Well, this one's stuck, so it's flooding out the carburetor is what it's doing, and it pushes it up, all the gas, and it all leaks out the bottom here, as you can see, and then drains out in there. Okay, and usually you can take a hammer or something and tap this, and it'll unstick the float, and then it'll stop doing that. But this one I tapped around when I first got it, fixed it a couple times, and now it's just kind of screwed. So we're going to take it apart. I bought a carb kit. I think it was 13 or 15 bucks. I showed it on the last video, but little jiffy kit off of eBay, and there's not much to it. Like I said before, rebuilding a carburetor is just taking it apart, taking it off, taking it apart, cleaning it up, putting on the gaskets, and then a couple little needle valves and springs. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Going to disconnect this linkage here, the gas going in, and then 2 bolts, one on each side, and then we'll pop that off. There's a little spring here, take that off, and then it'll come right off. So I will come back when I get that carburetor off, and I'll try to show you as much as I can of taking it apart. It's not that hard, just all these little screws here. You take them apart, and you gotta have it off, because you gotta get the bottom ones here out. Anyway, I think that's all I want to go over before I take all that apart. Just got them scoop frames in there, and yeah, okay, so when I come back I'll have the carburetor off, and we'll take it apart. Okay guys, that's how the scoops, louvers look like. This was the brand of the frames, OER Manufacturing Authentic Products for the Restoration Industry. I don't know, they seem alright, they're metal. The scoops, I don't know if showed it on the last video, but there's no name brand on there. There might have been, I might have thrown the box away. So I'm not sure the brand of the louver itself. Okay, so that's how it'll look. I'll be taking them off. Next time you'll see them is after it's all painted and everything. So I just wanted to show you. Okay, I'll be back with the carburetor off. Okay guys, got the carburetor off. Unpacked the carb kit. This is the main thing I need here, is the needle and seat for the float. Okay, and it's got these 2 things and a bunch of gaskets, bunch of little, probably won't use all that, and then this stuff here, 2 little balls and everything. So anyway, took off the 3 main bolts that went here, here, and here. Then the 3 smaller ones that went here, here, and here. And the float's right in here. So we'll take this off. You gotta get that off the rod there like that. And then here's your float. Right here. You take this gasket off. We'll try not to ruin it, just in case the new one isn't exactly the same. I think that's a problem there. That's, oh. Anyway, that's that gasket. We'll see if we got the right. Yeah, it looks like the right one there. Okay. There's your float right there. You don't want to change these over to the new stuff. You want to keep this. This is like brass. You don't want to buy the newer plastic crap. They don't work. There's nothing usually wrong with these. So this is the right here. This is what you want to change. And a little needle that's right there. So let me do that, and that's what keeps the float going up and down. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, guys, I got the new valve and a seat, needle valve and seat and gasket. There's the old one here, and this thing. There's a little bit of trash there too, a piece of the gasket. But yeah, it's supposed to move freely, and it was stuck in there. I had to kind of pry it a little bit and it come out. So that's what the problem was. Okay, and then here was a little gasket that goes below it. So I changed them over, and I think that's all I'm going to do to it. It doesn't come with a new accelerator pump, just some gaskets and stuff. So then you put the float back in here, like that. Make sure it moves freely. And then the gasket has got a little notch for right there. Put that on there, line it up there and there. Yeah, if there's any other problems, so I don't think I'll have to take it apart, but this little stuff here, I'm not exactly sure where all that goes. Little springs, but the springs seem to be working. Just the float problem, so that's all I'm going to do. I don't want to tear the rest of it apart right now. Where am I here? I'm backwards. Right there. And I'm just going to put the bolts back on. Well, I got to fish this through the. You got to fish that through the deal and put it on there. So I'll do that and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I have some carb cleaner here, and I did clean out that bowl outside. I brought it outside and sprayed it down. It had a little bit of dirt in it. The rest of the carb looked pretty clean though. Now this is where your fuel filter goes. Comes with a new gasket here. I'm going to put a new gasket on there, and I like to put some white plumber's tape around there. And this thing has got to be super tight, or else it'll leak. Now there's no fuel filter in there. There's supposed to be one. I'm going to clean that out too. But we got an inline filter going up to it right here. So it'll be all right. Okay, so I thought I'd just mention that. So let me clean all that up, and I'll be back. Okay, took off the old base gasket and put the new one on that came in the carb kit. A little bit of the gasket dropped in the manifold, but it should be all right. Okay, I got the carburetor ready to go back on just like that. And I'll probably put a little bit of plumber's tape on this too. And I got the new gasket in behind there. So let me put that back together and I'll be back. Okay, it's all on there. I think that gas, when it flooded out, must have fouled up the plugs. Alright, no more leaks. There's all gushing out gas down here. Anyway, spray some carb cleaner down there. Hold the accelerator open. Spray some. If I spray some, it'll just die. So you gotta get the idle up. I don't know what that click was. I hope the solenoid ain't going out, but I was having trouble with the shifter. It's got to be right in the exact spot for it to start. I don't know if it's that or the solenoid. Or just got to wiggle the shifter around. Uh-oh, now it's not. There it goes. Anyway, that's another thing to fix. This thing run really good before I took it out of the 68. So I never did do a tune-up to it. I should probably change the plugs and wires and cap and rotor and check the points and all that stuff. I left the old points and stuff in here, so I doubt I'm going to change it to HEI. But anyway, I don't know. I might have to do that later. Do a tune-up to it. I'm sure all the plugs are all fouled out from being running rich so bad. It was just been dumping fuel in there for so long. And I don't know, these cables and everything are tight, unless it's not tight on the battery. Or it's a bad ground. Got the ground right here. It should be alright. I got new cables. Might be the solenoid going out or something. But anyway, that'll be a little bit later down the road. Okay, so yeah, that'll be it for the carb on it. I'm sure the rest of it, like I said, is just spark plugs. Mentioned the Corvette. Not very many of you guys liked the Corvette. Didn't get very many views. But I drove it about 3 or 4 times into town and back, about 100 miles on it. Very happy with it. Runs and drives great. Now the power window motor went out and stuck down. And you hit the thing and you can hear the motor moving and everything, so it's not the switch, and it is getting power, but it won't do nothing. I think the whole motor's screwed up now. So now I gotta buy, you can only buy this aftermarket cheap looking, flimsy looking thing, but that's all you can do, and I think it's about 200 bucks. So anyway, I can't even tape up the windows so nothing gets in there. So anyway, it's down and out for a little while. So I'm going to spend the rest of the time here sanding this, sanding it down and repriming as much as I can get done here in the next few days. I started on this door. I got the whole bottom of the door to go. So I'll be back when I get some more stuff done or some more stuff to show you. I'm going to mask it all up, reprime it, and then I'm going to paint. Oh, I got to put a little bit right in here. Paint all this black, flat black, and then we'll get ready to paint it. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I wanted to show you something. I won't be taking very many sponsors, like I mentioned a long time ago. I don't care for anything that I don't use or stuff like that, you know, like Ridge wallets and all that crap. But I was actually looking for one of, or fixing to buy one of these, or something like it. And it's a headlamp, flashlight type thing. It's one you put on your head. And I got one light off here so you can see. And look how it'll blind you. It's 350 lumens. It's dimmable. See, it goes dim there. Then it's got a little pinpoint flashlight there. But yeah, it really lights up your work area. So this is made by Odelphi, and it's got a little it's chargeable and no batteries. You just charge it up with a USB cable like a phone. Okay, it's waterproof, and it's got a 30-day no risk money back guarantee, no questions asked. I'm going to put a link in the description below, and there'll be a coupon where it says coupon code. Put in Clunkers and Classics and you'll get 10% off. So you can hold it like this, or put it on your headband. I'll probably use it more like this. See the difference? So it's pretty handy to have. So if you want one, go ahead and check them out on the link below. Okay, I'll be back later. Okay guys, share a little tip I haven't shared in a while. You got any old junk batteries, take them to O'Reilly's. You get a $10 store credit, 5 maximum per day. So I got 5 of them here. Fixing to go up there and get a $50 store credit, and got some stuff to buy, mainly spark plugs for the Nova. But anyway, that's a little tip, just remember that. Okay guys, just got back from O'Reilly's. For my battery money, I got a set of AC Delco Rapid Fire Platinum plugs and some 320 wet and dry sandpaper for final sanding. As you can see, I almost got this side done here, and I'm going to prime that and the roof later. But I'll put the spark plugs in here in a minute. I'll be back. Okay guys, it actually run better this morning when I pulled it out, because of when I did that carburetor, there was all gas in that intake from when the float was jammed up. So it actually run pretty good, but I'm going to change these plugs anyway. I pulled these two out. This one was a little wet, but they don't look. See, I don't know nothing about it. I don't know how long it's been since it's had a tune-up and everything to it. But anyway, I'm going to put in all new plugs and we'll see what happens. Probably take off the cap and inspect the points and the bottom of the cap. Plug wires look okay, but I'll be back. Okay guys, I got the plugs in it. Took the cap off. A little bit of corrosion on the right in there. I'm going to take a little piece of sandpaper and just scuff them up and take an air blower, blow all that out. Points, everything looked pretty good. Points there, looks all newer stuff. Yeah, these about the easiest engine in the world to work on. And I've had a few comments. People ask me, "Oh, how come you didn't put a V8 in it?" Well, this is what I had. Didn't have a V8 laying around to put in. And have you seen the price of gas lately? These things get, I should look it up, but I mean, they get great gas mileage. So anyway, I'm going to clean up that cap, put that on there, and we'll start her up, see how she runs. Okay guys, she's running. Eventually I'll probably change out all these hoses and the one belt. I'm going to soon, next week or so probably, go out to a junkyard and see if I can get all the power steering stuff for this. The car originally has a power steering box, but the four-door parts car never had it, power steering. Now I can get the pump and the hoses new and the belt and all that, but I don't know what brackets I need. I need brackets and pulleys. There's going to be an extra pulley on the fan, on the harmonic bouncer, all that stuff. I'm going to see if I can round all that up from a junkyard. There she is, running back to like new. Got all that old gas and everything. Got all that old gas and everything out of there now. New plugs, and she's running perfect now. And she started right up this morning. I mean, first crank. Okay, so I think that's it for the tune-up. That's all it needs. Somebody took good care of the engine, so it's got somebody did a tune-up on it not too long ago. So anyway, that's the tune-up. And get back to the body work. I'll show you some when I prime this whole side, so I'll be back. Okay guys, I'll just show you a little bit of me primering the side here with epoxy primer. The gun's probably not going to spray very good, so I got another new gun for when I paint it. So this is on its last legs. Okay, that's one coat. I'm going to put on another coat and I'll be back. Okay guys, I got 2 coats on the side and the roof. So that's the final prime there. I'm going to scuff it down with either 320 or 400. 400 and higher grit if you're going to do like a base clear, but this is going to be straight acrylic enamel, so 320 is good enough. That's what I bought with my battery money. So after this dries for about 3 days, I'm going to scuff it down. And so all I got to do, I still got to block the hood, this fender, and that door. Block them, prime them, then the whole car is ready to paint. Okay, I think we're going to paint the black. The consensus is the black stripes, like these 2 racing stripes instead of a Railing Nova. So I think we're going to do that. And what we're going to do is paint the deck lid black, roof and hood, and then the bottom of the body, bottom of the quarter panels. I'll do that next video, unless I got some other video. I may go to a junkyard and film it, but I'm not sure yet. But I'll probably be working on this. So yeah, next video on this, we'll paint all that black, and then that'll have to dry for about 3 days. And then when I paint it Hugger orange, we're going to mask off the stripes where the black is. If you watched, I think I went into detail doing this 78 here. Basically I just painted, same thing, I painted the hood, roof, deck lid all black, and then when it dried I masked off the stripe and then painted the silver. So we'll do it the same way. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching, and I guess I missed the 3,000 subscriber mark because it went up so high due to that dash repair video. It's at 83,000 or something right now. I can't believe it. 83,000 views on that, and it got me, I don't know, 1,500 subscribers. So I think it's at almost 4,000 within a couple of being 4,000 subscribers. So yeah, welcome to all you new people, and thanks everybody for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, bottom right hand corner of the screen. Click that little subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost anything. And comment, like, share, all that stuff helps out the channel. And we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching again. Oh, I'm going to add on the end of here, life of a scrapper. I scrapped a bunch of cars in just a few minutes there because the price went way up. So I'll add that on right now. So you can watch it if you want. We'll see you next video. Okay guys, figure I'll show you a little something that's going on. I was told scrap prices are up to $250 a ton. So I'm fixing to scrap some cars here. I got about 150 cars. But something like this Cadillac is it's got to be 4,000 pounds at least, so it's about 500 bucks for this. Got this one loaded up, ready to go. I got a friend of mine coming over tomorrow, or actually tonight, to load one up, and we're gonna go first thing in the morning. He's got a truck and a trailer, and he's gonna haul some. I told him I'd pay him, I forget, 75 bucks or something to haul them for me. So we'll probably go down but I told him he's got to take these ones like this with no rear ends in them. And I don't feel like messing around with them. But for me, I'm going to take that Cadillac and this Cadillac. And I've had these for sale or parts for sale off of them for, oh shit, at least a year or two. And I haven't really sold any. I sold a few parts from that Cadillac. But I bought them for the catalytic converters. I paid, I can't remember, between $100 and $200 each for these, and I got $200 to $300 of the catalytic converters. So this scrapping is just pure profit. So this one's about 500 bucks too. So that's 500, that's 500. Gonna get a quick 1,000 off that. And then I'll probably, this Mountaineer's got a lot of good parts on it, and I don't know why people haven't bought anything from it. But that's probably gonna be the third one. That's probably a good $500 to $600 one there. And I only paid like 100 for it. Or no, I paid 200. I paid 200, but I got like 400 for the cat, so I'm already up 200. Scrap it, I'm up 700. See, these little cars aren't worth a whole lot, but I'm probably gonna give them to my friend of mine because a lot of these just aren't worth anything. And then the fourth one I'm probably gonna do is this van here. I made a lot of money off this. I sold all the doors, seats, back doors, side doors, driver, passenger, fenders, grill, headlights. This other grill and headlights are from another van. I just threw them in there. But this thing weighs a ton. Well, probably 3 tons. And it's got the engine transmission. It's the engine seized up. So this is a good $600-700 one. And I think I paid 200 for this, and I made about 500 on parts. It's still got some good stuff on it, like these big bumpers, and probably the rims. Somebody'd want the rims. So I'm figuring I'd clear out some of this. These old vans, they don't have no motors, transmissions in them, but see, this one, I sold the rear end out of this one. My friend can probably haul that one. Probably same with this big Tahoe here. I made a lot of money off that one. Sold the engine, rear end, stuff. But anyway, figure I'd show you a little bit what's going on. I'll be back with the Nova. Just figure I'd show you a little bit. I'll be back. We're at the crushers, waiting to get unloaded. A little bit busy over there. I got a friend of mine, Tommy, and hiring him to haul this one. If y'all remember, I had a video. This one, I got this one for free. Sold the cats for $360, and sold the hood and some other parts for like $200. Waiting to get these unloaded, and we'll go get some more. Okay, we got the second load here. Got a big Mercury Mountaineer, and a Venture van. Just waiting to get unloaded. Okay, guys. End of the day. We hauled away 7 junk cars, or clunkers, since that's what the name of my channel, Clunkers and Classics. That's the clunker portion of the channel. Yeah, they're paying $250 a ton. That Mountaineer brought $508. The 2 Cadillacs brought like $487 each. So yeah, 500 bucks. The smaller ones there, the Hyundai and the Grand Prix, were closer to 400. And then I paid my friend there, Tommy, $75 a car. He hauled away 4 of them. So I paid him 300 bucks. So I made about $2,200 profit after paying him. Well, no, the seventh car he just hauled off, but he's not going to bring it there till the morning. So 22 plus about 300, about 2,500 bucks. Not bad for a day's pay, and all them cars were paid for because I buy them for the catalytic converters. I make money on the catalytic converters and selling parts. The rest of the car is free, so that's all profit. So anyway, just figure I'd show you a little glimpse into the life of a scrapper, even though I don't scrap them. I have all these cars here, but I didn't plan on hauling any over the scales like those last 7. But he's coming over tomorrow, and we're probably going to do another. I'm probably just going to let him do about 4 or 5 cars, whatever he can haul in one day, because I'm going to go back working on the Nova. But yeah, I got all this stuff. I got like 100 and something of these cars. So anyway, figure I'd give you a glimpse of it.